the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. It's out of weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and P's up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some ends up. Driving like a storm, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mary Dre in the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside by the bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ayy, watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit, ayy. Oh, green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga, ayy. Yup, point is, run it to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, split the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. The money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. It's out of weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and P's up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some ends up. Driving like a storm, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mary Dre in the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside by the bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ayy, watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit. Ayy, oh, green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga. Ayy. Yup, point is, run it to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, split the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. Exotic weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and P's up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some E's up. Driving like a storm, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mary Dre in the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside about the bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ayy, watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit, ayy. Oh, green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga. Ayy, yup, point is, run it to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, split the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. Exotic weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and P's up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some E's up. Driving like a storm, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mary Dre in the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside about the bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ayy, watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit. Ayy, oh, green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga. Ayy, yup, point is, run it to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, split the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. Exotic weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and P's up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some ends up. Driving like the store, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mary Dre in the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside about a bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ayy, watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit, ayy. Oh, green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga. Ayy, yeah, point is, run it to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, spit the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, they wanna act loud.
What is good, chat? We are back with our second live stream of the day. Yeah, we be giving y'all a lot of content this weekend, so y'all better not be like,
every weekend.
bruh, y'all acting like, oh, they don't be working. No, ain't no other podcast working as hard as us. Ain't no other network streaming, Joe Budden, all that. I get it. Shout out to them. They help us get inspiration, but ain't nobody doing it like the Real Honesty Network. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a fact.
And we just gotta pop it and give us our own flowers, nigga. Cause guess what? Boom, we here, nigga. Ta-da! Twin brother. Ta-da! Yeah, we in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to everybody in here that's watching with us, that's still on here with us. I know we had the shit going forever long for like 12 minutes, but yeah, we in this motherfucker. So yeah, shout out to everybody on the vertical. Shout out to everybody that's fucking with us. We in here every night, man. We had T-Slap in here earlier. Brody had the dip. Shout out T-Sleazy, man.
Shout out our boy.
Yes, sir. You lucky we was gonna kidnap you, nigga.
It's on the way. Playing still in motion.
Yeah, y'all gonna see it. We gonna kidnap T-Slap and put it on stream.
Room raiders, nigga, get up.
Get up. Once we get our watch when we get our van, nigga. Wake up, nigga. Let's go. Ah! Then they go. What the fuck? You remember? We need to watch that on here. Revisit the Room Raiders and the old MTV Dating show. Shit, we got one dude be breaking it down. We can watch some of that shit. But I wanted to also watch our boy 1090 Jake in the sentence. Feds plan to hit Lil Durk with 2 more charges after 2 shootings.
Gotcha.
Got your ass. So yeah, they trying to give Durkio that motherfucking
shit.
bless you, cuz.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, they trying to get Durkio, man. Trying to put that nigga behind the blender in the wall. So, hey, y'all, prayers up for Durk and the rest of the camp and all that fly shit. But yeah, y'all, let's get it. Oh shit, I did not check the TikTok. Let me check the TikTok. That shit should go up.
My team, my city.
This is my city. Right. I swear my phone been tripping for the past 2 days.
Watch it.
Guess y'all niggas getting a little bit too lit for our liking. Damn them boys in HD.
Bitch, I'm shy.
Somebody's watching me. What y'all niggas know about the pack? Real Berkeley legends,
Not
man.
the ones you smoke either, nigga.
And the group, nigga. Figure it out. Be there, be squared. Buster ass nigga. Damn. What up, y'all? Trying to check this ticket type. That's my shit. Shout out to everybody watching. If y'all watching, comment. Let us know what's up, what y'all got going, what y'all doing, what we doing, and we about to get legitimately started. Not this bullshit that we kind of doing right now. Shout out to everybody tuning in and fucking with us though. Appreciate every single last one of y'all. Shout out to the likes. Shout out to everything, man. Hey, y'all also become members, please. Please become members. We need it. We need it for the channel. Trying to do some fly shit. So, fuck with your boys. Fuck with your boys. Don't judge me, chat. I'm trying to get this shit going. Alright. We good now. Let's get to back to 1090 Jake. Let me throw this one on. Bow. Bow. Bow.
Get in there, bow. Bow.
Bow. Bow.
Get in there, bow.
Bow. Bow. Alright, y'all. This 1090 live again. Cable. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what time it is?
Man, we working every fucking day, P. Every fucking day. Working till our arms fall off. Who said you can stop streaming, nigga?
I cannot believe it. It is you.
It is you.
That nigga in the bathroom lost his mind. I said, Princess Amunda.
Oh, yes. Yes, this nigga's embarrassed, man. He should just told the whole, yeah, I'm rich. Y'all trying to make sure everything is copacetic, homie. All right, y'all. We got ended sentence. Fans planning to hit Lil Durk with more charges from 2 shootings. This is the newest update in the Lil Durk trial. So let's watch it. Let's see what the hell happened, y'all.
Things just went from bad to worse in the Lil Durk case after the feds are apparently, they're gonna hit Durk with new charges. And these aren't just like small incidents. We're talking about murder and attempted murder.
Quick pause,
Damn.
because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app
whatever,
on
man.
app. If you scan and complete those through the norm, after you complete
Damn, I
1090,
extended that,
boom,
I don't
because that's
know,
literally
it's
what it's designed for. On top
No,
Back
this
to
is the
back.
extended version.
2022 and 2000, people like you stay more on top of their finances.
Now, the homie Remo will post to IG saying the feds are looking to add 2 charges from 2022 and 2019 to Lil Durk's case. And this is years ago. Shout out to the homie Crit Mac. Wish the cest, everything gonna see all right. Never
Everything
commit
gonna
suicide.
see all
You gonna
right.
like that comment right there.
Shout
By now, y'all are familiar with how the feds work. The feds can take anything you've ever done and turn it into a whole nother situation.
You gonna see all
That's
right,
kind of
kid.
what they do with Rico, right? We saw in the Young Thug case a whole bunch of different crimes that people already went to prison for. They got re-indicted under a Rico and hit with all those crimes that they already did. This is the same type of game the feds play. Now, I believe all hip hop was the first to break this
Damn, why
rule,
y'all
so
up?
shout
Zoe,
out to
because
them.
you get in the bag. Sit in
And it
super
would
chat.
state
Why you
Lil
up,
Durk's
nigga?
case could
Why you up,
expand
nigga?
after prosecutors
We
signal
told you,
they may
back.
add older Chicago and Atlanta incidents before
I'll
trial.
be back.
The possible expansion surfaced in a May 21st court filing from DeAndre Wilson, one of Durk's co-defendants. Wilson is asking a federal judge to reconsider his detention and let him out on bond while the case moves forward. Wilson's filing says prosecutors informed defense lawyers on May 13th that they are considering supplemental charges by June 3rd. The new charges would add 2 older alleged incidents as direct evidence a 2022 Chicago incident, and a 2019 Atlanta incident. That could create a major timing problem for all of the co-defendants because it'll knock the case off its current August 20th, 2026 trial date, requiring new arraignments, more discovery, additional motions, and more investigation. Wilson's lawyer says the two incidents do not involve him, and that is the core of his freedom bid. He argues he should not remain jailed for months, while lawyers prepare for events where prosecutors do not even place him at the scene. So basically, one of the co-defendants was told, look, we're thinking about hitting Durk with new shit. And he's like, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Durk?
I wasn't there for that shit. I'm not getting charged with that shit. Let me out.
That's a Kodak button right now, too.
Now, the Atlanta incident appears to trace back to January 2019, in which there was a shooting near the Varsity restaurant in downtown Atlanta. That Durk, whose legal name is Durk Banks, had faced felony charges in that case before the Fulton County DA dropped them in 2022.
Yeah,
those charges included criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The victim was shot in the leg after an argument near the restaurant. Now, obviously, if you're a fan of Durk or a fan of Vaughn, you remember this exact incident. Because if you remember, this is when Durk and Vaughn allegedly robbed and shot somebody.
Case against a rapper accused in a shooting outside of the Varsity will move forward. Today, Lil Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's anchor Lori Wilson is live near where the shooting happened, near the Varsity, and Lori, police say they have video evidence in this case.
Javita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
Were it not for the celebrity status of these two individuals, then this would be an aggravated assault.
Banks released a single "Turn Myself In" the day he turned himself in. It's gotten almost 7 million views. The prosecutor charging this wasn't just a robbery and shooting, but gang activity. She put a Chicago detective on the stand to testify that Banks and Bennett are members of Chicago gangs.
Is it possible to continue your affiliation and even commit crimes when you move out of Chicago if you're in a different city or if a different area?
Yes, ma'am.
Vaughn ended up dying before the case was resolved, and Durk ended up beating the case. And a lot of people try to say, oh, Durk must have threw Vaughn under the bus, whatever. But then I believe the DA came out and said if Vaughn was still alive, we would have charged him with this shooting. And I mean, if we just go and watch Trap Lord Ross's masterpiece documentary on King Vaughn being a serial killer, we know he's trigger happy. So it's no surprise that Vaughn most likely popped dude in Atlanta. And from what I heard, that wasn't the only person he shot in Atlanta.
That's the same how they try to do with
But this is serious because if the feds are trying to use this against Durk, this is an attempted murder case. A dismissal motion from 2022 said prosecutors reviewed the facts and chose not to prosecute, even though probable cause had existed for Durk's arrest. Durk's lawyer said for some reason they decided that Mr. Banks was involved since some of the people he affiliated were involved in the shooting. We strongly deny that. Now, the Chicago incident from January of 2022 was the killing of Stephon Mack outside of Roseland Community Center. Back in 2024, unsealed court records claimed Durk was behind the fatal shooting, but Durk has not been charged in that killing. That is the tension in Wilson's new filing. His lawyers say prosecutors want to use the Chicago and Atlanta incidents as direct evidence in the federal case, even though both predate the Los Angeles attempted assassination of Quando Rondo, in which they killed Lil Pap. Now, everywhere on Reddit would they be breaking down this murder. If Durk beats his case with stopping the feds from charging him with Stephon Mack, well, Cup Crafty, I'm pretty sure you just put this into motion. But the shooting of Stephon Mack was when this guy, Elmer, fudded his way across the parking lot with a rifle, and this guy shot a pistol. And I guess this kid was the one with the pistol.
Who's that?
They basically gunned dude down and then tried to say Durk was the one that paid for the hit, that sent the bag. The bag apparently never reached them. He never actually paid. But they were alleging Durk was the one behind this situation. And the feds would want to bring this up because it's another example of Durk allegedly paying for hits.
Recently.
Now, we could take this either way. We could take this as the feds are doubling down to secure a conviction and showing that he's been involved in multiple situations that share the same similarities, or we could view this as a desperate attempt by the feds to bring something else in to halt everything because they're not ready to go to trial. Durk got the best lawyer he can have. The feds want more time. So they add on this little bullshit. Now all of a sudden they got to do new arraignments, new witnesses, new this, new that, and everything gets delayed. And things can be delayed by years. Not everything in the feds is that quick. And if it's the prosecutors asking for more time, that tells you something. Because normally, from what we understand, is the feds don't indict unless they have you. And if they have you, they have all the evidence they need. They don't need to take their sweet ass time. This shit'll get done in 4 months. But the fact that this is the play the feds are putting in motion may or may not be a good thing for Durk. So unless the feds magically found new evidence of him being the shooter in the Atlanta case, I don't see how they could convict him for that, right? He wasn't found guilty. The charges were dropped, which means he could always be hit with new charges, but they would need new evidence. And the co-defendant in that case, Vaughn, is dead. So I don't see how that would even play a role. Now, as far as the murder in Chicago, yeah, if those dudes are fully cooperating and blaming Durk, okay, that's one thing. But are the feds actually able to prove it beyond just their words? Because clearly they're going to try to save themselves. Are the feds able to prove he did any of this shit? Again, they're just putting themselves in another position. Same shit with the Quando Rondo thing. Okay, everything leads back to Durk, but can we prove it actually happened? To be honest with you, I'm not sure what to think. Apparently, if this is gonna happen, it's gonna happen on June 3rd. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, or y'all rocking with me. And my bad that this video is kind of short. I'm kind of sick. But I'm still pushing through because I made it a goal. I'm gonna drop a video every day for this month. And we're almost there. Till next time.
Okay, I got the videos back. We straight. All right, y'all. That was 1090 Jake. How you feel about Durk? You think he's responsible for that one, or you think they just saying that to get out of it? How you feel? Or to do it, it has to be true if they saying it.
Well, if they ain't get that cheese, shit, what reason they got to take the fall? I don't see no point in lying about that. Especially if you ain't saying the nigga did it, you just saying you did it for him. Like, I don't see you lying about that. Unless the police trying to set them up and they trying to tell them, say Durk did that. That's it. Other than that, I mean, why would they lie about that? Aside from helping the police.
Yeah, but they might just did that. Maybe just try to snitch on something to get more time off. But that is. Did they say what city they was in when they shot them? Was that in Illinois?
I don't know, but even them telling to get less time to still help the police, even though you getting something out of it. But you gonna get something out of it if you help them either way.
Either you make it all the way free or you may throw 5 years off your shit.
Yeah, so it's like regardless, there's only two ways. Either they really telling the truth or they helping the police. Yeah. That's like, cause it's a dumbass lie. It's an unnecessary lie and something this big. Like I said, the only way you taking that risk is if the police said we got you. If you say he did it, you either not going to jail or we can make sure your sentence is light and come
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, like That's the only way they doing that, because they definitely can lie now. I ain't saying the nigga did. But they can for sure just say he did it because he already in the hot seat. Yeah. And it looked like he could have did it.
Some niggas do that shit, though.
So, shit, that nigga tell, hey, we cut your deal. Man, both of them niggas, yeah. Cuz said do it.
So, it ain't, but then they don't. Now, can they pinpoint? I wonder if they can pinpoint the relation between them two. Like, for real, before they even said anything. Like, what if, like, you know, they got, if it's as is in Illinois, they got gang boards with all the niggas that's part of it. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they part of whatever subdivision Durk is doing.
I mean, all you need is to be close enough to the web. So let's say you just know a nigga that know a nigga that know Durk. Mm-hmm. That's close enough.
That's all they need,
like,
for real.
Cause it's like you two people removed from Durk. Even though that's not even, you ain't even the middleman, but still, like,
you
nigga,
connected to him in some type of way.
You can get to him is what I'm saying. Like, you the type of nigga they'll pay to do this.
Every time.
Man, nigga,
they know you a crasher.
Yeah, you ain't that close to me. But you close enough to where I fuck with you, I pay you to do this. And I know you would do it. But not close enough to where if you go down, like, I was with you. Nah, they gonna have to put a case together.
Y'all gonna have to build that motherfucker.
But if they telling, nigga, they can make the case. That's why snitches is valuable.
They can do anything.
Yeah, like, nigga,
anything is possible.
If you help me put this story together, it can be believable, even if it's a fucking lie.
It's believable as hell, because we seen what the fuck you had going.
No, in fact, like, it ain't far-fetched, like, based on what he already facing. So, yeah, nigga. Plus, a whole other shooting niggas got already found guilty for and shit. Yeah. The Duck shit.
They didn't count it towards Durk directly.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But your camp already. Then y'all already went down for something like this. Yeah. Even though you ain't involved, but it's not crazy. You tell me you the boss, but all your underlings went to jail for what they trying to say you did. Like, it just looked too ugly for him. So if they lie, it'll work.
Anna, what's good? How you doing?
What's up with it?
But I think what's saving him, because the gang OTF was there before. Mm-hmm. All that shit, the O-Block shit was there before he became who he is. Mm-hmm. So it's probably like, it's hard to pinpoint it on me directly, because everybody love Von, so I don't really got to put no bag on his head if he really is a gang like you saying. No, I think that's the angle they taking, because we know how the hood goes. Sometimes no money even got to be involved. If they fuck with a nigga, something might happen, especially if we in the same city. And this beef been going on for 15 plus years, especially between the camps. Because let's just say FBG and them, if they would have saw the same situation happen with Durk, right? With Duck, somebody else with Duck. Let's say that wouldn't have happened to Durk. So I think that's the angle the lawyers is playing that, and that's what got them off of that. But this shit, like you said, this is too close to the other shit.
But what's changing is that them niggas told on themselves versus these niggas is telling. So it's hard to fight. You can make sure you don't step on your own toes. They could have beat their had they not gave all the evidence. Mm-hmm. A fucking hood vlog, like I said. That's the main thing that got them. Cause we see the vehicle in the vlog.
You remember, and then they showed the flock camera footage of all you niggas running out the house.
Oh, right, and they just pieced it together. Versus this, I got two niggas that did it. Like, that's different, bro. And they got something to get out of it. They don't want to go to jail for that.
Oh, T-Slap, he had to dip. He had to dip.
You missed him. To go.
You just missed him. He'll be back. He's a regular on here. What's good? Adiana? Adiana?
Oh, no.
We're going to call you Yana. That's Yana.
Nah, facts. Yana is very easy.
Shout out to Kick, man. We knew on this motherfucker.
Nah, facts. That K was throwing me out.
You like, what the fuck that K, bro?
Nah, for I ain't know who that was.
Nah, that's Kid Brother. That's Kid Brother. Oh, I ain't even checked the fucking TikTok. My bad, TikTok. We been yapping. My fault. We ain't trying to ignore y'all. We were just kind of deep into what was going on. Man, hold on. Let me get to our shit. I don't know what the fuck going on TikTok. It might be going up right now too. I don't know. Hopefully. Okay, we ain't missed nothing too bad yet. What you watching? We was watching 1090 Jake talk about the Lil Durk case. Yeah, now we probably about to get into. You wanna watch the shit about the MTV shit? Or what you wanna do?
I wanna see what that girl did to her. What's that? Either that or that shit too. That's crazy. 28-year-old execute parents for cancer transfer. What the fuck? You dome that shit for that?
You wanna go there?
Man, click on this shit.
The other one to watch later.
What's up, Shard?
What's up? How you doing?
She's clinically insane at this moment. Delusional and paranoid.
We're gonna go with y'all.
Mentally ill.
We good. Happy Vegan Monday.
Happy Vegan Monday. That's some dope shit. Shout out to Vegan Monday. We also do a food review show on our YouTube, The Real Honesty Network, same as our kick. We tried the vegan McDonald's. It's fire. It's called Mr. Charlie's. We gonna try vegan soul food next. Shout out to the homies at Vegan Mob. We're gonna try them next.
I thought they said that because it was Sunday.
Yep. Hey.
I don't know, shit. They probably, I don't know, but nigga, that's how I took it. I thought they was saying, like, died Monday, Sunday.
Tried for over 7 years to get away from that abusive family.
When officers close in on a desperate shooter following a brutal execution, the situation escalates as negotiators attempt to bring an end to the bloodshed. The following is based on official police records released to date, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. In Washington City, Utah, on the evening of June 18th, 2024.
We watched a 28-year-old executes parents for canceling trans surgery. We get into the murder mystery, so we about to watch what happened.
No, we not vegan.
No, we not vegan, but I fuck with vegan food really tough if you know how to cook it. It ain't bad if you know how to cook.
A concerned neighbor calls 911.
My neighbors just came running down the road yelling, "Call 911" for gunshots. And there's a yellow Kia Soul that just drove away from their house. I don't know what's going on. Go in the house.
Once he and his wife are safely inside, the neighbor Corey calls 911 himself to explain further.
I need an officer.
That big ass motherfucker, you know, the backwater apartments.
Okay, is somebody shot?
I think so.
Was something shot at your house?
Yeah.
It's your life, free will.
Yeah, you
Someone
got it.
come into your house to shoot?
Yes, I think it was my brother.
What's your brother's name?
His name is Colin. He goes by Mia.
According to Corey, the 28-year-old suspect, whose legal name is Mia Troy Bailey, may still be armed.
You're not able to go check if your parents are, or what their status might be?
Did she make her?
No, I can't check anything right now.
Minutes later, another call reaches emergency dispatchers, this time from Mia's own cell phone.
911, what is the...
The owner of this iPhone was in a severe car crash and is not responding to their phone. The emergency location is...
The recording relays exact coordinates to dispatchers, leading officers to a broken iPhone in the street, and to the realization they have no way to effectively track Mia's location. With a possible armed suspect still at large, they remain on high alert as they enter Corey's home in search of their parents. Inside, they discover the gruesome aftermath of a brutal massacre. On the living room floor, 69-year-old Gail Bailey is found motionless on her stomach, with blood soaking into the carpet beneath her. In a nearby hallway, her husband, 70-year-old Joseph Bailey, is found lying flat on his back, with blood pooling around his head. The married couple shows no signs of life, and it's clear they are beyond any hope of saving. Officers keep this heartbreaking discovery to themselves as they meet with their son, Corey.
So, Corey, I know this is the hardest thing you've ever done, right? I need you to tell me what happened today.
So, me and my wife were downstairs watching
Why you
show.
got butt naked feet?
Okay. My mom was upstairs arguing with my grandma about some family drama or whatever, but apparently it pissed off my
Bay
brother.
Area, bro, from
He's
Memphis.
schizophrenic.
Yeah.
He's been going through a lot of issues lately and transitioning.
Berkeley, to be exact.
Corey explains that his mom's argument with his grandmother happened over the phone and involved a scheduled surgery for Mia, though he is unsure of the details.
We have a protective order against him.
Okay.
Me and my wife.
Okay. Does that include that house?
Yes.
Okay.
Includes the house, me, my wife, and my kids.
Okay.
According to police records, officers had been called to the home a year earlier after Mia allegedly pointed a gun at Corey during a verbal confrontation. Following the incident, Mia was taken to the hospital for mental health treatment, and the firearm was confiscated by the Washington City Police Department at Mia's request. But what caused the violence today is still beyond Corey's understanding.
All I know is I heard shooting upstairs, and then my mother yelling and screaming. And then I locked the door to our room, and I started opening the window, and got her out and got myself out. By the time we were climbing out the window, he was pounding on my door trying to open it, and then I heard gunshots at the door.
I was about to say, I was
So I think he's trying to shoot the door open or something like that, or try to shoot in where we were.
Them niggas got salmon
We got out and ran here, and that's when I called 911.
Where would your brother go?
The only other place I can think of is my Aunt Jenny's or my grandma's house.
Corey contacts his older brother by phone to see if he knows where Mia might go.
Oh, that's Discord.
He shares
That's
that
our
Mia
Discord.
may have a
If you
boyfriend who
screenshot
works
it,
at a local
you
pizza
can scan
shop.
it. You can join
A
that
lead
Discord. We got a
officer will
reaction
soon
tab,
follow up
send
on.
videos. We
For
got
now, they
discount
deliver
for
the
merch, all
heartbreaking
that fly
news.
shit. We be hosting
I'm sorry to be the one to tell
and
you.
everything, bro. So
They're
join the Discord, all the updates.
Both
We gonna
of
start a GTA server too.
This
so-
is my brother, my older
I know, and that's the reason I put him on mute. I'm going to let you deal with that, okay? Do you need something right now? I mean, we have a victim's advocate we can call out for you.
I don't even know where to begin with this.
Appreciate you,
No, I
Chino.
know.
Until he's found, I don't know where to go.
Bro,
That
my
would be safe.
Discord is banned.
Corey's wife, who suffered minor injuries during the escape, is treated by paramedics before
somebody
the
out
couple
in
is
the-
taken
in
to
the
a
general
hotel
chat.
for the
That's all
night.
for being vegan and
Meanwhile,
eating meat.
officers reach out to Mia's Aunt Jenny, who shares serious concerns.
I know she's at times heard voices. That was kind of new to me 3 weeks ago.
You say Mia's been hearing voices?
I don't know. A couple weeks ago, she was.
All you gotta do is
in the hospital to get her
connect your
messages
phone
going out.
number.
Officers soon arrive at the
And
home
your
of the
email,
man
and just
Mia's
put a
brother
random picture on
identified
that
as a
motherfucker, and
possible
they not gonna
boyfriend.
check on you no
But tension remains high as word spreads that police are hunting for an armed suspect. His mother remains cautious as she answers the door.
Here's the police.
Yes.
Can we see some ID?
Oh, that shit didn't
Well,
go through.
you got a badge. Oh, I got one for
I'm
you.
something like, wait a minute.
Sorry.
It's
No, you're
something
good.
like that.
Try to find my.
That's okay. I heard what was going on and I'm quite frightened.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm his mother and I heard what was.
Yeah, I don't even have one.
That's fine. Please come in.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's fine.
You okay if we come in?
Quite frightened. I thought there was a person coming after us.
The officers explain they are searching for Mia, but according to him, their relationship is still very new.
Yeah, I just started to get to know her like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I don't know her very well.
Okay.
I know that she was kind of depressed, and I could tell that she told me she used to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as where she is, I really don't know.
So you've only known her for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell that she wanted to progress things fast. You know.
Yeah. Are you guys boyfriend and girlfriend, or what? Or are you just starting dating? What
Yeah,
was
just kind of starting.
Well, although she put on her Facebook that he was her boyfriend.
Yeah, that surprised me.
The officers tell them not to answer their doors, and if they see anything suspicious, to call 911. As they continue searching the area, an officer suddenly spots Mia walking along the street before vanishing down a dirt road. Nearby units take up positions, using their headlights to watch the trees and field for any sign of movement in the dark.
Good job spotting her. Holy.
Well, we're going home and we're going to her cousin's house, and we see her. Well, we didn't know who she was, and I can see the gun in the waistband. I put the on her. She takes off running here, and then she just slowly starts walking like, oh, there's no house. And we'll be following her, and then next thing you know,
Officers stationed in the neighborhood start connecting key details, leading to a shocking realization.
She was there for a total of 4 minutes, both of them with 8 rounds, mom execution style, and took off. We took this gun in that she has in a call that we had, a brandishing call.
We've already taken the gun before?
We took it, and the ammo that we found at the house is what I was killed with. You see, I cleared it to get the gun back in Mark.
The night is long and grueling as officers, joined by the U.S. Marshals, search tirelessly with drones, helicopters, and canines for any sign of Mia. By the following morning, they find their suspect hiding in a patch of dried tumbleweed, likely exhausted, dehydrated, and now fully surrounded.
All units, if you see the drone, we're almost directly above her. She is laid completely on her side and has an object up to her head in brown shrubbery.
The object in question is a gun, quickly turning the situation into a crisis negotiation.
Okay, Mia, I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to help you through this. I know that you're going through a rough time right now, and that's okay. I'm here to help you out. Need you to put the weapon down and put your hands up in the air so we can know that we can talk safely, okay? Can't do that. Okay, why can't you do that, Mia?
I need to contact the prosecutor.
She wants to talk to the prosecutor.
The officer explains that because of the firearm, they can't bring a prosecutor to the location, as this would put him in harm's way. With Mia difficult to hear, the negotiator heads to a better location, positioning himself behind a wall for cover as he calls out again.
Mia, this is Tyler with the St. George PD.
Bro, you didn't have to murder them, though.
Okay. That sounds like you're on a tough time.
You're not underage. You'll be different if you're under 18 and they have to sign off on it, but they didn't pay for it.
An officer takes off her body cam, placing it on the wall where it can capture the sound of Mia's voice more clearly. Hiding in the bramble and still holding the gun, Mia begins shouting about a previous altercation with a former landlord.
Right after he left,
he threatened to shoot me in the balls or threatened to kill me slowly.
It was better ways to go about this than murdering your people.
Before the incident.
Well, I can tell you this, Mia. I can definitely look.
And none of my family believed me, or the cops, or the goddamn hospital.
Just 2 weeks earlier, Mia contacted the St. George Police Department, claiming the landlord brandished a shotgun and installed listening devices in the home that caused headaches. A cousin who had recently offered Mia a place to stay was able to give more details to investigators.
She was yelling about she had lost some money in a scam, and then she was saying somebody at her residence had pointed a gun at her, and it was traumatic, and then I was like, okay. And then she started saying, and anyways, he was poisoning me anyway, and he was putting devices that produced radiation near me and microphones in the walls, and I said, all right. And I realized at that point you can't argue with somebody who's that far gone.
Oh, like, how's she been the last few days? Like, anything, cause, like...
I mean, delusional and paranoid, mentally ill. I mean, I can't put it any more frank than that. Not making sense.
Yeah, I believe you. I don't think that that's something that you would make up. I absolutely believe you. And after...
Yeah, you may believe that.
And after this...
You investigating it all.
And I can look into
and
that.
You know what? You're not the only person that has had that happen to. There's a 15-year-old kid. Got a gun pointed at him. And what did the cops do? Nothing!
With Mia armed, on edge, and potentially suffering from delusions, the negotiator tries to calm the situation by discussing the earlier demand for a prosecutor.
Well, what do you want us to prank call, my nigga? Like, what?
I want the death penalty via fire squad, and I want it in written
TikTok.
notice.
Oh, Mia,
Punisher, appreciate the follow.
That hurts my heart.
Lionel, appreciate it. Abby, thanks for joining.
To live for it.
Everybody like it, join, all that fly shit. Please and thank you. Get us to 1,000 likes. Hopefully we can get to 5,000. Trying to get this up. Appreciate the like, Pookie. Shout out to Pookie for
According to
following.
Mia, the surgery was for gender reassignment.
Frank, thanks for joining. Hit the like.
Some nigga wants to prank call Taco Bell. Man, leave people alone.
Man, them niggas working 9 to 5, working hard as fuck trying to make y'all burritos and tacos and shit. And motherfucking Burrito Locos Tacos. They don't let them niggas work.
Well, they acted like they were not against it, but they were. Especially my mother. Trust me, dude, I tried and tried and tried for over 7 years to get away from that abusive family. I moved to Washington because I knew I was gonna either kill my or kill somebody, and I needed to go. Just tell them I want the death penalty by firing squad.
The negotiator changes the subject, bringing the conversation back to the motive behind the murders.
But I'm curious, how much does a surgery like that cost?
$30,000.
$30,000. Wow.
I had it all set up.
And what happened with that?
Apparently, my mom called the hospital.
And what did she tell him?
I don't know exactly, but she basically said that she was against the surgery and that she shouldn't get it. I was pissed at her so much. I wanted her to call the hospital back and say I was mad because of all this gatekeeping bull.
According to Mia, Gail Bailey told the hospital there were mental health concerns, which is what led to the cancellation. Mia's cousin had shared similar sentiments based on recent behaviors.
She's taking, massive amounts of hormones for her transition, but she's on estrogen and testosterone blockers. That's got to affect your mind in some way, and it probably did good things to her brain. This has been recently where I'm like, what the are you talking about? She's clinically insane at this moment.
First, let me ask you this. Do you have extensive technology knowledge?
I would say I know.
Taking them hormones, it make you crazy. Even for men, some men take testosterone pills.
Stephen Hawkins,
it make you trip out and do hella aggressive ass monkey shit.
Bro,
apparently it's solar powered.
Drugs in general, it works for some people and some people it don't. This not crazy.
Complete reverse effect.
Hospital wouldn't
shit 100%.
give me the
Even
blood
medicine
result.
that they
I had
say
3,000 times the level of radiation in my blood, and they said I was right.
If it don't work, then it's got to be doing something.
Where do you think you got the
And
radiation
it might be making your ass trip
From that
out.
device
It's not
for
crazy.
several months.
I can see what you're talking about with that.
I don't know how it does it. It makes like a subsonic sound. I've been trying to look for months.
So with the radiation levels that high, what have you looked into? What?
Well, apparently it could read my thoughts.
With Mia seemingly disconnected from reality, the negotiator changes the subject once again. For a while, they discuss Mia's past employment working with children with special needs. 30 minutes into the negotiations, it seems as though the rapport building is helping to put Mia at ease, but it's clear the danger is not fully behind them. Meanwhile, an officer makes a call to provide an update on the situation and shares a keen observation.
I feel like we're making some good rapport, and then she'll swing back around to my life is over. And when she does that, she transitions her voice back to a male voice. But when she's building rapport, she'll talk more like feminine and female. It's quite interesting, actually.
Dude, my life's over, dude.
It's not over, Mia.
You both know it. Don't bull me with the police tactics. Come on.
With hope waning, the negotiator offers Mia a possible future to look forward to.
I've heard of, when people go to jail, I've heard of them, in some cases, the state paying for surgeries.
Yeah, well, do you think you're going to go to a woman's prison without the surgery? Certainly not going to try to live on even in prison without the surgery.
Okay, Mia, well, I just got word back from the prosecutor, and he says he's willing to talk. No promises, but needs you to give up first.
I could have just killed and let those pieces win, like everybody else in my life. But no, I wanted to drag them with me.
Nearly an hour into the standoff, the negotiator learns that the prosecutor has arrived on the scene and is willing to talk to Mia on the condition the gun is safely secured.
Tell them the second option then.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah,
Why everybody's got to hurt with you?
What's that?
Because it was a conscious decision.
What's that?
Like,
Call it Plan
they
B.
just said,
Okay, what's Plan
like,
B?
I could have did this to myself,
Get the
which
surgery.
I said then. But
You
they just
still wanna
said
get surgery?
that then.
Yeah.
No.
Can't be
I
put in
wouldn't
a men's
bring that
prison
in.
though.
It's fucked
And
up.
that's something that you can work with the prosecutor because that's what you can talk about and say, hey, look, this is what I want. This is what I would like to see happen. And then you guys talk about and come up with a plan.
With the promise that Mia can discuss it with the prosecutor in person, the negotiator asks that the gun be tossed aside.
Clip's empty.
It looks empty?
Dumb I did it. Get
Okay.
gonna save the last round for me.
After reassuring Mia that no one will use excessive force during the arrest, a peaceful surrender is finally secured.
Watch the us! Keep your hands where I can see them!
Like it's growling and snarling and shit. Y'all got it, bro.
Okay, go down on your knees. Go down on your knees. Put your hands on the ground in front of you.
Here?
Yes. Slide your body back until you're laying on your face.
Okay, like this.
Hell no.
Slide your legs back until you're laying down. Stick your arms out by your sides. Keep going. Turn your palms up.
Your words just set up.
Do not move.
Make the wrong move.
Ain't no fucking way.
Mia is then handcuffed and searched for additional weapons.
Lay
Can't
down.
really hide anything with skinny jeans.
Officers moved to secure the gun and later confirm it was not loaded and no bullets had been ejected into the field.
Hi, Mia. It's me, Tyler. Good to finally put a face to the voice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you working with me.
State trooper look.
State trooper look. I don't know to take offense to that or not, but.
It's not an offense.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Before heading to the police station, Mia is introduced to the prosecutor, who will soon join the detective in the interrogation room. There, Mia will make a chilling confession, revealing the final moments of Joseph and Gail Bailey.
I'm gonna reach my pants to talk. That's okay.
What is it you're doing?
Reach my pants to talk, because I don't want to see this thing.
Oh. Can you just sit down? I'm not you reaching in your pants. I don't know. I didn't search in your pants, so.
Okay. I hate this thing.
The detective and prosecutor both arrive, and once Miranda rights are read, Mia explains the anger that came after learning the scheduled gender reassignment surgery was canceled.
To say I was very furious, and I asked her, I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear, an explanation, and I'm sorry, and I'll do something about it.
Good.
Anyway, she can't say sorry to save her life, apparently. Had one thing going on, and she took that away from me. I told her I was going to kill her several times, and I needed this so bad, and my mental ability was declining, and that's why I needed that surgery. I knew I was going down regardless, but I was like, well,
God damn,
enough is enough. Taking something with me.
So that's
I rushed over to it first.
Can we say do the deed? What do you mean?
Killed them.
Wow, they really clipped us.
I don't regret it. I hate them.
Mia adds that the gun used to commit the murders was not the same one that was confiscated by police a year earlier. Instead, Mia went to a pawn shop and sold it before buying a new one.
Were you able to tell me what happened at your parents' house?
I got parked there and pointed the gun. I told myself to throw away that part of me, really, that hesitant, like always. And I ran in the door and shot at her first a few times to try to make it quick.
Do you remember how many shots you fired at your mom?
Let's see. This is 12 clips, so it wasn't full clip, so probably like 3 rounds less.
Okay, do you remember if the first round hit her?
They all hit her and didn't see it. That's why I shot so many times, because it just went right through her.
Okay.
And so I made sure she was dead, so I shot at her again and again.
According to her autopsy report, Gail Bailey suffered multiple gunshot wounds, including 1 to the head and 3 to the torso.
Dad was instant. He walked out, what's going on, and I pointed the gun at him and didn't say anything and shot. Yep, and I aimed it right at his head, and it was instant. He just fell backwards. And the funny thing was, I was bought him a Father's Day gift that day, earlier that day. And to get backstabbed like that, the most backstabbed ever.
But according to Mia's Aunt Jenny, Joseph Bailey was supportive of the surgery.
Last I heard, the dad was taking her up for a sex change operation. Now, that's what she told me, that dad was going to drive her up and stay with her. The next thing I knew, it was off. And I just heard that today.
Joseph Bailey's autopsy revealed he had been shot twice, once in the face just below his left eye and once in the neck. After killing Joseph and Gail, Mia next went after Corey.
And then I went downstairs with my brother and I said, you ruined my life. It wasn't so much him. It was directed towards a message about my parents.
Could you hear him inside?
Yeah, he barged the door and stuff, and I just like, he's not my main target. Then my brother interfering and go back upstairs and do one more round on Dad just in case. Make sure he's dead.
Do you remember how many rounds total you fired? Or how many rounds you had?
On Dad, 2, on Corey, 1, and the rest on my mom. I don't remember.
Do you remember how many rounds you had in the...
I do remember actually coming up just in case, because I heard her like bleeding quite a bit, like choking.
Okay.
So I went to shoot her again.
Okay.
After fleeing the home, Mia went on the run, determined to carry out one final step.
And then I get to Sportsman Warehouse to get me 1 bullet.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's where your ultimate goal was, to find 1 more bullet.
1 more bullet.
And it would have been meant for you.
Yep.
I'm really sorry. I know. To be honest with you, I wish, I wish the mental health services were better. I wish the transitioning services were better. I wish that people's opinion were more accepting of people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so I'm sorry that, and even in a family, I'm sorry that it came to this.
My mercy got me all that bull, and so much for family.
If you were to give me one last statement from you, what?
Well, my statement would be to gatekeep transgender people and let them start earlier, not like super early. I mean, the sooner the better.
What age do you think is appropriate to begin?
13 and 12 if you're a woman.
So 12 if you're a girl and 13 if you're a guy?
Yeah, could be some puberty.
Okay.
So.
Do you think?
I don't think the surgery is appropriate at the age, like
as far as the surgery.
HRT.
Okay. When do you think that it's appropriate for the surgery?
At least 18, like.
When you're an adult, when you can make your own decision.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't need the surgery right away if you're taking chemical castration and all that stuff. But
after a quick break and a meal, the detective and prosecutor returned to ask a few final questions surrounding Mia's request for the death penalty.
If you had to pick the way that you would die, how would you pick?
Firing squad.
Why is that?
So I killed somebody and it's instant. It was instant, honestly. It's only fair that died by the same hands.
So I can understand the fact that it.
I know the chemical's the second one.
Okay, like lethal injection?
Yeah. 3 different methods: chair, chemical, firing squad.
So firing squad, chemical, chair.
Yeah.
That would be the order. I want to just clarify as far as any remorse that you have.
Well, the remorse was I didn't want to become the monster that they made me to be.
Okay.
I really wanted to be good. I really did.
Okay.
According to court documents, in November of 2025, Mia Bailey entered a plea of guilty and mentally ill to 2 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. Mia was sentenced to 2 indeterminate terms of 25 years to life for aggravated murder, plus an indeterminate term of up to 5 years for aggravated assault, with all sentences to run consecutively. Mia's plea agreement makes no mention of a guaranteed state-paid gender reassignment surgery or a promise of a later transfer to a women's prison. In a GoFundMe, a family member wrote of Joseph and Gail Bailey, saying, quote, "They were 2 of the most loving and generous people we've ever known." Watch our full videos as they were originally made, with no randomly muted words or details cut. We've also dropped brand new EWU videos available only on EWU Plus. Available now on iOS, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Google TV. Download EWU Plus and see.
All right, y'all. That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was sick as fuck, bro.
I need a diffuser. Let's see what this nigga Low talking about. We get both of them. We gonna have Thunder Knicks first.
Go to one cookie game that happened tonight.
So we got to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and San Antonio Spurs series because there's a bunch of hullabaloo going around, right? So last time we talked about this series, it was right after game 1, a thriller, double overtime special, one of the greatest playoff games we've ever seen in NBA history, and what many people will remember as Wemby's coming out party. However, since then, the conversation and dialogue around this series has completely spiraled out of control. Some people are obsessed about physicality, others are frustrated with the officiating, and then you have this growing discussion about Wemby and his all-around impact. But while everyone is talking about the contact whistle and how many shot attempts Wemby is getting up, there is a much bigger reason to why the Oklahoma City Thunder have taken back control of the series, as after 3 games, they now lead 2-1. But before we get to that, we are going to talk about some of the other things because I do believe it is very fascinating. And quite frankly, I know many of you all want my thoughts on what's exactly happening so far in the series, especially after game 1, where I very optimistically talked about the San Antonio Spurs. So first, the physicality. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, I don't know why so many people are in denial about what they're watching, but this is clearly one of the most physical series we've seen in a very, very long time. After game 1, it seemed as if like Isaiah Hartenstein was going to be unplayable, only logging in 12 minutes of action in a double overtime game. However, since then, he has been one of OKC's biggest X factor, and that's because of the level of physicality he is allowed to play on Victor Wembanyama. Whether it's fighting for post positioning, grabbing his jersey and arm when Wemby's going up for a rebound, or just outright pushing him out of the way so he doesn't contest a shot, the name of the game for Hartenstein right now is to be as physical as possible with Wemby. The best way to slow him down is to wear him down. This is a philosophy that we saw in the previous series with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Julius Randle would use a somewhat Gortat screen to move Wemby out of the way, carving out some space for some of his guards to drive at the basket without having to worry about Wemby contesting. And that same type of philosophy and physicality has been carried over into this series as well. Unfortunately, the result of that level of physicality not only was an elbow to Naz Reid from Wemby in frustration, but also a degree of physicality that has been adopted from other Spurs players in retaliation, such as Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, that has now resulted in Shea basically getting mauled and grabbed before he could even touch the ball as well. And I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, between Wemby getting pushed around and grabbed and Shea being just like torso just getting pulled and a bunch of other physical play from like Lou Dort and Caruso, there's points in times in this series where I'm asking myself, bro, what sport am I watching? Because it's not basketball. This is clearly not basketball. And I'm gonna just be honest with you all as I continue to just kind of riff for a second. Bro, I am tired of people.
Shaq and KG said that back in the day, like, because especially with KG, because he was a tall, skinny nigga, kind of like Wemby, right? Nigga, them big niggas, you try to be aggressive, nigga. One day you just gotta just get a nigga on one and just let him know, hey, bro, I'm a big like you a big, but nigga, I'm gonna do it again. So, but that's what made Draymond so like kind of, cause he's good at defense and shit, but he's undersized, and they used to try to overpower him when he had to show them niggas. Like Zach Randolph, bruh. Where's Zach Randolph, nigga? What he told DeMar, nigga, my hood bullies get bullied, nigga. I said, oh shit, y'all got Zeke started, nigga. Leave that nigga Zach Randolph alone, bro. But it go for the same for like Wemby. I feel like y'all they trying to do that to him because he's so tall and skinny, but not realizing if he really started just getting dumb aggressive too, might be. And then you got two big ass guards, Dylan Harper, Vassell, and Stephon Castle back down there, way bigger than the your two guards. So like you said, you just saw he said they pushing the fuck out of Shea. Yeah, we gonna make you feel it, nigga. If you gonna get it, you gonna have to earn these.
Yeah, I mean, cause it's more about mentality than size. Like, cause you can be big, but if I'm tougher than you, it ain't even gonna matter. I'm a bully regardless.
Every time.
So as long as Wemby mental stay tight, where he just like, man, this shit ain't phasing me, because that's what the physicality hit first. Cause you big, a nigga being physical with you ain't really fucking with your body. It's your mind. A nigga is embarrassing you, making you feel inadequate. Now you on your end fucking up. That's where you lose it, but that shit ain't gonna work on women. They can beat the shit out of him, but at the end of the day, as long as he's still confident, y'all still got guard on the other side.
Nah, cause there ain't nobody over here can really fuck with me.
Yeah, so it's like, y'all can do that, but like you said, in retaliation, hey bro, we got the bodies too. And we got the niggas to stay in front of the nigga to pull off the physical.
Yeah, and if we really want to be super physical, we could put Biombo or Plumlee out here to really break. You know how they used to do back in the 90s? Because you can do this, you can go straight up, and you can body the nigga a little bit. Sometimes it's foul, but if you just straight up like this, and he just step into it, nigga, niggas ain't gonna be Iverson. Niggas ain't that tough nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, he gonna make a couple of them circus shots, but he gonna be the only nigga willing to go in there and do that. That ain't gonna be efficient enough. Cause you can't beat the niggas by yourself, but if you just stop going to the paint, or you the only one going to the paint, they done took away a whole piece of y'all game.
A good piece.
Now y'all gotta, man, you had
it
that
out.
burner.
Yeah.
But them threes ain't falling out.
Neither one of these teams shoot threes that well. Dominator, what's up, fool? Yeah, but neither team shoot threes well enough to rely on that shit. So it's like, nigga, that's why I said earlier. I was like, man, Wemby just go to the get in position early, go to work early, then later in the game focus on defense.
Yeah, because, I mean, they going to beat you up. It's going to be plays where they get the best of him. But that's where the confidence come in. I'm not going to stop. It's different if you stop me 7 out of the 10 times I did it. But if I take 30 shots, nigga, y'all got to stop me at least 20, 25 times.
And y'all ain't did it yet.
So it's like, y'all not going to stop me that many times. Like I said, they going to have plays where it worked. But you got to do this all game.
And this is going to be fucked up for
because
your
I'm not
players.
going to stop coming at y'all.
And
None of us.
And guess what? We're going to foul a couple of y'all niggas out. So, yeah.
That shit, that's why it's going down
And
like
they
that.
can't foul Hartenstein now, because if they foul him out, then now OKC whole plan of being physical kind of don't mean shit, because the rest of your bigs ain't Chet not as big as Wemby, nigga. I can move Chet around.
But that's where the ref come in. They letting them play. So shit, they
I
probably
like
been a foul in the regular season. They just like, shit, go ahead.
Do it, fuck it.
Because, I mean, truth be told, yeah, a lot of these niggas would be in foul trouble or fouled out if they was calling it like they usually do in this series. But, nah, they letting them play, so shit, fuck it.
Get it.
We gonna wrestle a little bit, that's what it is. But, yeah, like I said, we doing this shit all game, though. Don't take no quarter off or I'm on your ass.
Soon as you feel like, oh, they ain't being physical, nigga, I'm getting extra physical.
Fact.
So, I ain't mad at it, but shout out to Wemby and them young boys for trying to... I don't give a fuck who y'all is, nigga. We gonna play too. Play the heart out.
people acting as if like, oh, this is just playoff basketball. This is just normal. No, it is not. Stop acting as if like what we're seeing in this series is what's happening in the other series with the Cavaliers and Knicks. It's not the same thing. I just got done watching Game 3 of that series, and there was a play where someone like pushed someone for a rebound, and in my mind, I'm like, that's clearly a foul. But if that would happen in the OKC and Spurs series, that would not have gotten called. So this idea that, oh, this is just playoff basketball, when every other series we've watched, it does not look like this. I don't know why we're sitting here lying to ourselves about it whatsoever. Like, stop it, bro. I have to go back and go into like mid-2000s Pistons and Pacers or 90s Knicks and Heat series for me to see this level of physical play on both sides. Like, we had to stop. Also, even though I do believe it is fair to say that Wemby in his first attempt as a postseason run, he's going to have to learn to play through contact. I also hate when people say all the other greats had to do it. Respectfully, Curry did get grabbed. LeBron did get hit over the head when he was driving to the basket. Same with Jordan. But I'm going to be honest with you, even when I go back and look at some of the 90s, because I saw Charles Barkley talking about, oh, I got kissed harder than this. Respectfully, Chuck, stop. I've seen some of your footage. No, there just is not anyone except for Shaq himself that is getting pushed and moved and dragged as often as Wemby, because it's not just happening offensively like it is for Curry and LeBron and for most stars. It's happening on both sides of the floor. They are literally spending energy, having an individual player use basically all of his fouls to not only prevent Wemby from scoring, but also prevent him from having any type of defensive impact. No one is not running around shoving Curry out of defensive stances. That's not happening. No one is going out of their way to grab Michael Jordan and preventing him consistently from grabbing a rebound, because he's normally not in that position in the first place. And so even though, yes, it is true, you normally would tell a star, oh, just play through contact. This is not normal contact. And again, I think Wemby still has to learn to do so, but I think it's disingenuous and, quite frankly, it is irresponsible to not accurately assess this similar to what we saw from Shaquille O'Neal, because that's what we're watching right now. It's a testament to how great he is, but we do need to be fair and honest about the level of physicality we're watching from Wemby or Wemby receive, because it's not normal. Which then brings us to the second talking point, and that's the officiating and flopping. Look, my stance is very simple, very dry, mundane. If you're going to allow them to be physical, then let them be physical. Don't call anything. I don't want to sit here and watch what happened in Game 3 in particular in that third quarter, where it was like a 32-minute long third quarter. I don't want to see that. I think most people do not want to see it. And the reality is we're here now. So let them just play. And I don't even think Shea all around in terms of flopping has really been that bad, even though we'll talk about it later on in this segment. But what is much more frustrating to watch is that once the tone is set and we've all agreed that we're going to watch physical basketball for however many quarters a game is going to last, I don't want to see Lil Durk cartwheel over screens. I don't want to see Isaiah Joe flop and fall on the floor when somebody's just standing next to him. I don't want to see shooters lean into a defender and try to get a foul call. Crazy. And I even say this for the Spurs as well. I don't want to see Stephon Castle drive to the lane and shake his head and whiplash himself back and forth to try to get a call. I don't want to see that. Now, to be fair, most of these incidences are not being called as a foul, to be fair. But it's just frustrating to see, especially on the OKC side of things, where physicality can be initiated and we're just not following through with it. It's almost as if like you sat there, you punched me, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I retaliate, you're acting as if like you didn't initiate this whole contact. Like, I'm fine with watching physical basketball, but let's play it. Don't cop out in the middle of you deciding to agree upon this. And it's even more frustrating when you actually do manipulate the referees and they call something like we saw in Game 2, where Hartenstein is grabbing Wemby, he's getting physical with him, and as soon as Wemby retaliates with his own level of physicality, then out of nowhere, Hartenstein is just jerking his body back trying to get a foul call, and they end up calling it. Now, again, to be fair, they did challenge it, they reviewed it, and overturned it, but don't call the foul in the first place. Like, I just don't want to see it, and that's where it becomes much more frustrating. frustrating. If we've already agreed to play physical basketball, then don't cop out and start flopping all over the place, which is why Shea and even Wemby has adopted this ideology as well. They both started to flop even more as this series progressed. And honestly, I don't really blame them. Personally speaking, the reason why I'm not that vocal on flopping, and you can check some of my other videos about this as well, the reason why I'm not that critical of like great offensive players flopping is because majority of the time they're actually getting fouled. And while defensive players are able to get away with a lot of illegal contact, especially in the playoffs, what ends up happening is the just natural impact that a great offensive player would normally have because they're better than the defender that's in front of them, it gets tapered. And so the only way that a great offensive player can continue to have that level of impact is if they can level the playing field a bit and make sure that the fouls that are actually occurring get called. And so, yes, the tumbling from Shea on the floor is frustrating. It's even more frustrating when there's just not a call at all, or on the other side of the floor, Wemby's not getting any calls, and then all of a sudden you think you need to get the calls even though Wemby's not. Like, yes, that is frustrating, but I do understand when Shea and Wemby have to flop their way into the free throw line because they are actually getting fouled. And the only way to make sure that the playing field is even between both offense and defense is if they can continue to be as impactful as possible, but they have to do so by making sure the defense actually just plays them straight up and not foul them. So yes, I think that's fine at the end of the day. But Lil Durk, Stephon Castle, Alex Caruso, Devin Vassell, like everybody else, where y'all doing a bunch of extra grabbing, I don't want to see you flop. Keldon Johnson, don't want to see you flop. I don't want to see y'all flopped. Shea, Wemby, I'm cool with it. Everyone else, I don't want to see it because at the end of the day, Shea and Wemby, their impact is what's being altered the most. And they have to figure out a way to consistently be impactful beyond just short stretches throughout a game. And speaking of which, that brings us to the third point, and that is Wemby's overall impactfulness. Now, I'm not going to act as if like I know Wemby well enough to know his conditioning. I mean, look at me. What do I know about conditioning? However, I do believe, and I think it is fair to say, that not only the level of minutes that he's played so far in his postseason run is starting to catch up to him, but also the level of physicality that is being played from Hartenstein also played a factor in his impactfulness throughout the second and third game in the series, especially down the stretch where he wasn't able to get in proper positioning like he was in game one when Hartenstein didn't play that many minutes at all. I definitely believe they had a major role in his all-around impactfulness towards the tail end of the last two games. Furthermore, yes, there is questionable moments, Wemby in a half-court setting, him not getting to certain spots on the floor, and how impactful he can be as a jump shot shooter, again, playing extremely heavy minutes on the defensive side of the floor, while also once more having to fight through physical play from Hartenstein and everyone else. All that is also true, but I also find it very frustrating to know that you have a bunch of guards, and I will be a little bit lenient in game two, but in game three, when De'Aaron Fox came back, there's just not enough initiating to get Wemby in proper positioning, because that has been the only real consistent way for the defense to shift in a way that will then generate open opportunities for everyone else. Sure, the occasional screen and roll will work, but the way in which the Oklahoma City Thunder and their defense is tagging Wemby, it makes things much more difficult for even a veteran like De'Aaron Fox from preventing him from turning the ball over, which he did a few times in that game three. And also just all around, like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, they clearly don't have the reps without turning over the ball as much as they have when they're interacting with Wemby in pick and roll sets. And so I would like to see a 3-guard rotation and a head coach in Mitch Johnson put Wemby in certain positions to where he doesn't have to fight as much for positioning and just be far more impactful than he has been in the last two games towards the tail end of both outings. I think that would be beneficial for everybody if he can just get quality looks where he needs to get them, and more importantly, be able to impact the game beyond just being a screen and roller or someone popping at the 3-point line and roaming around or being stuck in the corner. But I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Like, if they would have put Bro right here, like De'Aaron Fox would have been here, put Wemby right here, right? Have, let's say, fuck it, Biyombo come up, set the screen, or him come up, set the screen on the right, on the left side. Aaron goes down, Wemby just dives this way. Live. They do that with Aaron Gordon in Denver all the time.
So why do you think they ain't did that?
Because Wemby just so fucking big. Just pick and roll, you should get it. But that's where the culture adjustments need to come in sometimes. And that's why I think he was getting at was like, I like to see y'all make adjustments to make better positions to get Wemby the ball than just pick and roll this nigga or pick and pop. You got to figure some other actions out for him. Because they even used to do that with KD sometimes when he ain't getting to his shit. Put that nigga in the corner. Now that nigga to curl up or something, you feel me? Find other ways to get him the ball. You can even set Wemby a fucking, I would set Wemby a fucking screen. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Like, it's ways to figure out how to get him the ball and for y'all to initiate the offense with y'all true point guard out there now, you feel me? But it just seemed like they just rocking with whatever and not really making the adjustments. But I don't know. That's what I would do with his big ass. Cause even in the corner, he either hit that motherfucker. If they dive a little bit thinking he about to cut, set that pick, kick it out right to the fuck. But everybody look at basketball differently. So I don't know what the Spurs head coach is thinking. Maybe he thinks some other shit. So
Brother, OKC is just a better team. Like, I do see a lot of people focusing way too much on fouls and officiating and Wemby not getting certain touches. Like, there's a reason why all these things are occurring on the floor, and it's because OKC is the better team. And even though I do believe Wemby's ceiling is a massive X factor that the Thunder are going to have to overcome if they want to finish this series off, regardless if it's in 6 or 7 games, it doesn't really matter. They are still the better team. They execute far better than the San Antonio Spurs. They understand their positioning on the floor on both sides far better than the San Antonio Spurs. They're better coach and their superstar in Shea. He's just more equipped for postseason basketball, especially offensively, than Wemby is right now. The one thing that I have to give Mark Daigneault a lot of credit for is some of the rotations that he's using, smaller lineups, spacing out the floor, and in particular, the way in which he's moving shooters to cut across the lane that then causes some confusion and misunderstanding on who's supposed to pick up what assignment. I personally believe if you're Mitch Johnson, you don't have to always have Wemby guard the corners. There are multiple times where Lil Durk was on the floor way too often, and they got away with it just because Wemby by default is defending someone in the corner. And then there's situations where a shooter in the corner is now cutting across the lane. Wemby's trying to figure out, does he pick that player up? Another guard is trying to figure out, do they need to pick them up? Then they scramble, and then now you have a whole bunch of rotation happening, and Shea isn't really even making that many moves. Also, the double teaming of Shea has been, in my opinion, a bit too excessive, not only because Shea and his tough shot making hasn't been as consistent as I think the Thunder would like in the series, and because of that, there's a lot of scrambling to try to make up for that with some of the shooters on the team, and a lot of these players have really exceeded expectations. I mean, look at Alex Caruso shooting 61% from 3, Jalen Williams shooting 58% from 3, Cason Wallace 47%. Like, a lot of these players have really stepped up in response to Shea seeing a lot of aggressive double teams, and when it happens, I do believe that the Spurs have to kind of lay back on some of that doubling, and let's just see if Shea can beat them, because on open threes, they're just getting burnt over and over and over again. And it doesn't really matter if Wemby's on the floor or not. There's multiple times where Wemby is just not going to step that far removed from the basket to go contest the three-point shot, not only by design, because who would have thought like Caruso would be knocking down threes to this level, but also there's a lot of decoy play that's happening where certain shooters are elevating and then kind of switching and cutting around the lane to get Wemby removed from the basket. And once that action happens and he's occupied on another side of the floor, that's when some of the action can then follow up with an easy look to the basket. So there's a lot of things that is happening, player movement, a lot of big shots being made from players that normally don't shoot this well in the series. And so even when Shea isn't hitting his shots at any level of consistency, so far this series, he's only making 39% of his shots. His all-around playmaking, the level of attention that he's getting, he is leveraging that in ways that then justifies a lot of these players getting open looks, making them, and then also forcing the Spurs to make some really tough decisions. Even the zone that they're running isn't really working that often. There's multiple times where Caruso just knows that he needs to flash crash in the middle, get the ball, and immediately make a decision to either a corner or someone at the rim throwing up a lob. Like all of those things put the Spurs at such a disadvantage to the point where even if you have Wemby on the floor, because how smart, educated, and well executed this team is on that side, it's going to be really difficult to just say we're going to sell out on Shea and just call it a day. You're going to have to execute far better because that's what they're doing on the defensive side. And that is a far bigger reason why they are winning this series. Like at the end of the day, they are the better team. They execute better. They're probably better coached as well. Like there's a lot of things in which I may have undersold from OKC side. They have much more ways to win basketball games than the Spurs do as well. But there are ways in which you can respond. But OKC, their ability for their non-shooters to all of a sudden turn into shooters, Shea's ability to properly read defenses, which is much more improved than it was in years prior, something we talked about towards the tail end of the season. And the defense is just still hellacious. Like they can just beat you by turning on the ball several different times. Personally, I don't think this series is going to end anytime soon. I think it's going to go to either a game 6 or a game 7. However, there is a path in which the Thunder don't lose another game and they wrap it up in 5. And if that happens, maybe not even that big of a surprise. I mean, they are, again, the better team. They just execute much better than San Antonio does. But hey, those are my thoughts. Please let me know yours in the comment section below. Also, if you want to watch this series alongside,
appreciate it, Lil.
Playback looking at him.
No, for real. This better be us in a few. Yeah, all right. You want to watch this one to the Knicks or not?
Man, we'll see what that nigga say about that. That nigga said too good. Pootie's too good. Pootie's too good.
Neighbors from hell. If you stop lighting fire, we're gonna watch that after.
Oh, spanking. 3-0.
3-0.
Well, you tell ass whipped.
What did James Harden do last game?
I don't know if the Knicks.
Hold on, Shaquille.
Whatever we'll want to know.
Do more, nigga. Lock in, nigga. Let's see, what was the box score? Okay, OG Anunoby 21, Cat 13, Josh Hart 12, Miles Bridges 22, Jalen Brunson 30 ball. Not surprised. All right. D Wade 0, Jared Allen 17.
No, it's Dean Wade.
I know, but D Wade. I just like on D Wade because it's funny. White D Wade. Evan Mobley 24, James Harden 19, Mitch 23. Them niggas can shoot it all. They miss hella threes. James Harden 1 for 7. Donovan 3 of 10. Yeah, and James Harden had 6 turnovers, and Donovan Mitchell had 5.
Again, that old way.
Bro, that's 11 with just 2 guards. Max Strus had. Okay, no. Yeah, Evan Mobley had 5 turnovers too. Nigga, y'all had 16 turnovers, nigga. Goddamn. 16 to 14. All right, y'all still lost by fucking a lot.
I mean, you can turn the ball over, but if that shit not turning into points, then nigga just lock in. But sound like the Knicks was scoring off they turnover.
They was getting that shit transition. Way ball. Corner third.
Knicks are really this good, or if the Eastern Conference is just really that bad. A 10-game winning streak in the middle of a playoff run, shooting from certain players just seem very fictitious. Jalen Brunson looks like the best scorer in the playoffs, and they're just like steamrolling through teams. And the only reason why I'm hesitant is because, like, defensively, they have the personnel to be really, really good with Mikal and OG Anunoby. Landry Shamet has actually played really solid against Donovan Mitchell. And offensively, when everybody is making their shots, Brunson kind of gets to where he wants to. It shifts the defense. Ball movement is rotating. Mike Brown's ability to turn Towns into a point center has also helped as well. Move Jalen Brunson off the ball and get the ball kind of zipping around. Like, you're going to be that good offensively, and it's going to be really tough to beat them. I also kind of just know, like, the East is just so bad. Like, I don't want to take anything away from them at all. I really don't. but it's just hard for me to like try to materialize what I'm looking at right now. The team has an offensive rating of 123, and that's not including today. They have a net rating of nearly plus 19, bro. We are talking about, like, genuinely speaking, historic territory of just dominance. Like, there's just no way that a team should be performing at that level. And again, that's not including today. I don't know if I'm watching a historically great team, which I don't think that I am. I don't think that the Knicks are that good. But even if they're not that good, it's hard for me to try to put my finger on how good they are, because I just genuinely believe the East is that bad. The 2017 Warriors are like a plus 13. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about, nigga, a near plus 20 means that they're not only winning games, they are blowing the fucking doors off these teams, bro. Let me be clear. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Brunson is playing out of his mind. There's shots that he's making where it don't even really matter, bro. Just basketball is played to a certain level that is ridiculous. I don't know. There's everything that indicates that this is a historically great team, that they're supposed to just be like amazing, but they're just not beating teams. They're like beating them by a very wide margin, and it's like not even remotely close. They've only lost 2 games, and they're probably only going to lose 2 games en route to the finals. 2 of those losses, or both of the losses, came in the first 3 games of the playoff run. And then after that, they just went, they're in the middle of a 10-game winning streak right now, bro. And matter of fact, let's take it a step forward. In the 9-game winning streak, not including today, do y'all see those numbers, bro? A 127 offensive rating, a defensive rating of 102, a plus 24 net rating. They are just dog walking teams, bro. Today as a team, they shot 56% from the field, 39% from behind the arc, and 89% from the free throw line. They just scored 121 points on 77 attempts. You know how crazy that is? 121 points on 77 shot attempts and 27 shots at the free throw line. Do y'all know how insane that is? Yeah, part of me is like, there's just no way that a team could ever.
What the fuck? Lil Durk was scared of King Von and he was jealous. He never fucked with Von. He was sneak dissing him in music too daily. Dick writing news that has nothing to do with me. We didn't even ask you, cuz.
What you talking about? We in the NBA.
Be that good. It's not like it's not like it's just the Warriors where it's like KD, Curry, where you can just chalk it up to like they got so much talent. That's the reason why they beating teams. I just don't know. It's hard for me to put my finger on it, because shots are still being made regardless of how open they are. You still got to make your shots. But I know for a fact when I'm watching, and I even feel this way from an officiating standpoint, when I'm watching the other series, it just feels like I'm watching like 2 different leagues. Like, it is clearly just better defense, better talent, and to be fair as well, there's a lot of, you know, lucky shot making going on over with OKC. Like, Caruso is just like knocking down shots that he normally probably wouldn't make. I don't know. And again, I see a lot of people saying I'm hating. I hear what y'all saying. I just want y'all to understand, like, the conclusion of what the numbers are telling us. It may sound like I'm hating, but you would have to tell me how the fuck is this possible? Do you understand how crazy it is for you to have a plus 24 net rating? Do you know how insane that is? 49% from OG Anunoby from 3, 40 from Mikal, 46 for Towns, 41 for Miles McBride, 50 for Landry Shamet, nigga, 47 for Jose Alvarado. Nigga, look at that, and that's not including Brunson, who's doing the ball handling duties. Like, at any point, they can just put a bunch of 40% 3-point shooters or better around Jalen Brunson. Like, that is crazy.
Last year.
I want to say this. The Knicks are going to go to the finals. I think that's a foregone conclusion at this point. But when the Knicks go to the finals, I do think that it is going to be very interesting to see how they match up with whatever team comes out the West, because I'm going to tell y'all right now, if the Knicks go to the finals and they are dominating the way in which they've been dominating so far, but then they go to the finals and they start losing games, respectfully, and I do mean respectfully, we need to just nuke the conference. There will be absolutely no way imaginable that the Knicks are ice skating through the Eastern Conference, and if they get to the West, and like if they end up losing, I don't think they're gonna get swept, but if they end up losing in 5, and it's like a definitive 5, brother, we're gonna have to get rid of the conference, bro. I do think the Spurs are a more winnable series, but OKC matchups with them too well. I just look at those matchups. To the Knicks, this is your year. I'm happy y'all are taking advantage of it, and I want you all to bask in every amount of success that you want to, regardless of how much it may be inflated due to the conference. I don't really care too much about that in terms of celebrating your success. But I do think it will be interesting, and I do think it'll be very important to highlight how different the conference will end up being if the Knicks look this good. And people need to understand, this is not normal. Beating team by 20 plus points on average, that's not normal. Like, they are lapping teams in route to beating them. That's not normal. Even the Warriors, they weren't beating teams like that. So just so y'all can get a better understanding, 2017 Warriors, that be very mindful of this Warriors team in the playoffs, they only lost one game the entire time. The 2017 Warriors, they were a plus 13. Plus 13, and that is historic. KD, Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, sweeping everybody, and yet even they were not doing it to the same degree of dominance that we're watching the Knicks right now. I want to put that into perspective, but like, I don't think there is a team that I've ever seen in my entire life who's been that dominant. This does not include today. 55 Lakers, my nigga. 55, 56 Lakers. This year's Thunder, and then these are some of the teams I went through when it comes to the 01 Lakers, 17 Warriors. I just want to let y'all know that's why this is so odd, because, and again, I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but like, these numbers would lead anyone down the path of believing that this is a historically dominant team. Okay, we're not including this right here because this is not a real playoff run. It's basically a 3-game sample size, so we're not including that. Yeah, this year's Thunder are right below, but like, they're not winning by this margin that much against the Spurs. So I want everybody to understand what we're looking at. That's it. Look, I want to be clear. Them winning is still winning. They are still winning these games. You got to give them credit. They are literally in position for an Eastern Conference that was wide open, and they took advantage of it. They're doing literally what they're supposed to do. Giannis isn't on a good team. The Celtics are trying to regroup, right? Like we all said, hey, this is going to be an open year. Let's see who's going to take advantage of it. So I don't want to be dismissal of the Knicks doing what they're supposed to do, because if we're being honest with ourselves, there's some teams that ain't doing what they were supposed to do, right? So and Cleveland is one of them. So there's definitely credit where credit needs to be given when it comes to the Knicks. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, outside of Boston, I had the Knicks being the second best team, and I had the Knicks winning this series before the series started. I just thought it was going to be 6. I thought it was going to be a 6. I just want everybody to understand, if the end goal the end goal should be to win a championship. And this, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but what I always hear from Eastern Conference fans is that they believe that the goal is much lower than what it needs to be. And so what ends up happening is you get to the conference finals or NBA finals and you're fine with that. Like, y'all, we made it deeper than what we thought, because I promise you right now, there's a bunch of Cavs fans who in their mind, the goal was always just to get to the conference finals, and you were living with the results of trading James Harden. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Cavs fans that feel that way. And I say the same thing about Raptor fans back in the day. No nod to you two for one, but there are plenty of Raptor fans who genuinely convinced themselves, man, if LeBron had left, we could have just kept DeMar on the team. And it's like, no, that's not enough to win. You may have thought that might have been enough to get out of the finals, but what happens is you all exist in a conference that's so bad that you condition yourself to believe that the rosters that you all root for are good enough to do something. And so as long as you get to the finals, that's enough for you. It's enough to say that. But if the end goal is to beat the team that's also coming out the West, and you dominate your conference the way you dominate, and then you get to the West and you get dominated, what that truly means is that the conference is just trash. That's what that means. That means you are much further removed from where you need to be if the end goal is truly to get to the finals. But for many people, and I've someone who grew up watching Philly fans run around to this day, brag about that 01 year. To this day. Jersey fans to this day will brag about the Jason Kidd era. To this day. Wizards fans will brag about John Wall and Bradley Beal to this fucking day. Every Western Conference team, those type of rosters, would be lucky if they got out the first round. The Denver Nuggets couldn't get out the first round this year. Houston thought that they had all the answers possible, Nigga, they couldn't get out the first round. When you're in the West, you have to make real tough decisions on how you build your team. I promise you, if Utah existed in the Eastern Conference with Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, they would have been comfortable. They would have been fine. When you're in the West and you got top seeds and you still can't present yourself in the conference finals, you have to make very legitimate and real decisions because that's how tough the conference is. OKC had Paul George and Russ. They had to make a decision. They literally had no other choice. And so that is the difference. And so Cleveland might go next year with the exact same core. Any rational general manager in the West would tell themselves, we got to blow it up.
Bro, they're about to be a repeater team in the second apron. No way they're keeping the same core. No way.
There's a team in the Eastern Conference that spent $200 million on this roster. Again, I'm getting too deep into what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is, in the East, you can tell yourselves, hey, we got to the conference finals. Let's run it back. That's what I'm saying. The problem is that a lot of these teams in the East are going to convince themselves that this year was a success, despite that we all knew in the beginning, before the season began, that the East was wide open. So now everyone can delusionally look at this season in a vacuum. Orlando did the same thing last year. Orlando gave up 5 picks for Desmond Bain. That's the shit I be talking about. Like, think how crazy that is. I gave up a boatload of draft capital for Desmond Bain. Shit like that. Only and let me be clear. The Knicks trading all that draft capital for Mikal Bridges makes more sense because they can legitimately convince themselves that they are a Mikal Bridges away from actually winning, right? So I don't have no problem with you making that type of commitment when you may feel like once we sign OG, we can now have Mikal, Brunson taking a pay cut. We upgraded from, like, they did so many other things to where the Mikal doesn't really mean he's not that crazy. Nigga, they still have Suggs at point. No shooting around this nigga Paolo. We don't know if Ben Carroll is an actual franchise star, and yet they still said, I need more of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to give up draft picks for Desmond Bain to be on my team. Desmond Bain was on another team in the Western Conference that couldn't get far, and they, just like a bunch of other teams in the West, had to come to the conclusion, we're not doing anything, so we got to blow it up. But I want everybody to understand that this is what we are saying. That statistically speaking, the Knicks are the best team in NBA history. They are the greatest playoff team in NBA history. And at some point, normally, you match up against a team that tends to tank your net rating at some point. The Knicks are about to be on pace to not face that team until the conference finals. And so it needs to be on record that the Knicks are going to end the conference run into the finals as the greatest team of all time. Net rating, statistics, shooting is ridiculous, right? If they then go into the NBA finals, and not only do they lose, but it's by noticeable margins, we would need to have very real conversations about getting rid of conferences, because there's just no way that the best team matching up with other teams in the East is playing at a historic level, and then when they match up with a team in the West, not only are they losing, but they're not competing. We would need to have real conversations, but we'll see. If they win, the Knicks are going to go down, statistically speaking, but this would just be a fact. Statistically speaking, they would go down as the greatest playoff team in NBA history. There's just no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's nothing really to debate. Even when you look at these other teams and their offensive ratings, 125 from the Thunder and then 123.5, like they'll be in a conversation for the greatest offense of all time. It wouldn't even be a conversation. But as we said before, it is important to acknowledge so far in this playoff run, this Knicks team did go up against a Hawks unit that was top 10. That's the most competition they've seen. Philly, average defense, and now going up against the Cavs that are also an average defense, and specifically against the Cavs, their personnel on the perimeter is not what leads their defense. It's their backline help. But now if you're spacing out the floor and everybody can make shots, I mean, it is what it is. But I gotta be honest with you, brother. It's hard to assess. I watch these games. I see the shots being made, but I also see the shots being given to them. I promise you I'm not trying to be dismissive, but like James Harden and Donovan Mitchell being like the backcourt. Then you got Dean Wade and Sam Merrill. Like, that's your perimeter defensive core? No. Like, if you just go look out west, obviously the two teams we got right now, OKC has Caruso, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams when he does play, and then his back line of Chet. The Spurs, even like Vassell plays really good defense. He's a solid defender. But then it's Castle, then Harper, and obviously back line of Wemby. The Minnesota Timberwolves in their defense, Jaden McDaniels, Ant, when he was engaged, looks really good defensively as well. Dante, unfortunately, got hurt, but, you know, Dante normally is there. And then back line of Rudy Gobert. Those are, like, the pieces defensively, Amin Thompson, et cetera, et cetera. To my Knicks fans out there, I'm not here trying to rain on your parade. It's just hard for me to properly contextualize what I'm watching because, like, it's hard for me to
like,
sit here and just accept that they are this good. Because this isn't, like, a normal level of dominance. This is literally... statistically, the most dominant team we've ever seen. It's hard for me to contextualize what exactly that means. Sure, they are a good team. They are without a doubt a good team.
Literally says
But when you're beating teams to this extent, it's just, I think understandably so, most people are going to question, okay, what is it that I'm watching?
The East Coast being ass.
You can literally just say they're the best Eastern Conference team ever in the playoffs.
But that's fucked up because that's really equate to the eras. Because the East Coast back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, like before like 07, before like 08 really, was really, or 09. Because 09, that's where it's like kind of stopped being dumbass competitive.
Well, it's just off of the stats. Because if they got the stats, you got to give them something. But I can't give them the whole thing because they only playing Eastern Conference teams.
And it was crazy. Their Eastern Conference ain't really good.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just like they basically suffering from success because they so much better than their competition. It's not their fault, but it is what it is. The niggas you playing, they don't really suck though. That's the thing about Cleveland. They actually is a good team. They underperforming. So it's like, this would really get taken into account. Like, do teams really be sorry they make it far in the playoffs? It's like, nigga, they made it here for a reason. But they played another team that made it here for a reason. And it's like, one of us gotta lose, my nigga, but when you underperform, you don't just lose, you get the shit beat out of you. And that's what's happening.
Especially when you barely made it through the first 2 rounds.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all really been underperforming the whole time, but the people y'all played been underperforming as well. But the Knicks, not. So that's why it's just looking so bad. Cause shit, they the only niggas playing how they supposed to be playing. But everybody else just as good. But they underperforming. So I don't really be feeling like they should be, like the East ain't weak. These niggas is underperforming, bro. Like, straight up, because the NBA is full of hooping ass niggas on both sides. Like, the Western Conference is not just magically better, but these niggas it's something about the East. These niggas do get in the playoffs and just be like, man, well, fuck it. It's there to, like, it be in, like, it's part of a script for real, where it's like, y'all niggas get to the playoffs and y'all get a certain amount of bread to just slack off. It's like, bruh, all y'all niggas just get to the playoffs and kind of just be like, and then one team or 2 teams just running through, but then they get to the West team.
The things about most of the time when the East Coast teams play the West teams in the regular season, they get their ass beat. And it's been like that really for like the past 15 years. Like even when Kobe and Steve Nash and the West was packed, remember it was like the wild run in the West to see who was racing. Because if you remember, everybody was like 55 games plus that made 1 through 8. And if you lost the game, it could send you down 3 spots. And they were saying that why the East can't be like that. But the East never had that type of competition. Maybe the first 4 teams. Maybe like Cleveland, Celtics, Orlando. And then who they had after that?
Yeah, because it's really, I mean, that's really all you need for a good playoff series. It's only 8 seeds. So if half the teams is juggernauts, we can make a game out because y'all going to, depending on the seed, we might have, you know, if y'all good, nigga, 1 and 8 not going to play each other. Cool. 2 and so it's 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, yeah, like that. So it's like.
But what be fucked up, the matchups, the 1, 2, and the 3 seeds be so much better than the seeds they're playing. It's just like then it'd be a 5-1 or just a sweep where everybody.
Well, that's cool if, cause long as the
Bottom was good.
What up with it? Long as the juggernaut step up, once we do meet each other, that's when we can really see how good it is, cause it's back and forth. We ain't had no series like this on that side at no point, even though we ain't really had no series like this before them, but that's what I'm saying. All you need is one. But long as the teams as good as fuck, like we all expected them to be playing each other. Who the fuck we had on the East like that? We know I can't wait till that matchup between such. I ain't heard shit about none of that niggas. They just over there hooping. Like nigga, it really wasn't no matchup nobody was looking forward to for real. The Knicks is the biggest surprise, just watching them beat the shit out of everybody.
But remember I was saying before at the beginning of the play, like the Knicks can probably do it, because I was like, them niggas they probably got the most chemistry out the East.
Yeah, I told long that boy, step over, don't be no hoe or nothing, or blow the game, because really it seemed like he's just been, you know, playing a really specific role. Like, he ain't had no game where he done went out for 25, 30.
No, but they was saying he been doing like Draymond shit. He be getting like 13, 7, and 10.
Yeah, because that's probably what the coach told the nigga to do. Like, we don't need you to do all that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Flow of the game, nigga. Mm-hmm. Aggressiveness.
Yeah, and if you get it, go good. If not, find an open teammate, nigga.
No,
but it's working though.
Yeah, because it's all of them. I told you.
They like staggering points. Like,
yeah, because I said, as long as Jalen Brunson ain't trying to beat niggas by himself, they hooping. But like Lo said, it's really when they play the Western team when we really can see if they hooping. Because these niggas over there hooping like they got paid to not hoop.
Bro. And in the West Coast, them niggas is fighting for their lives over there.
Man, last 2 teams, cuz. They last 2 teams for a reason. I don't know why the fuck the Cleveland Cavaliers one of the last 2 teams. Because they ain't playing like they want to go to the finals.
At all.
Shout out James Harden.
Shout out to James. But, hey.
This nigga had his chance. And he getting this shit snatched out of his hand by a little nigga.
Shout out to Jose Alvarado.
Damn shame, girl.
Alright, where we going with this? Where you gonna go?
Let's see what that ended with that shit.
Which one?
Yeah, that one. Neighbor for me, yo. Niggas must think arson ain't a crime or something.
So you shouldn't be burning right now?
I can't hear. You need to leave the property right now.
That's okay, so you're burning. You're not supposed to be burning though. There's village ordinances that prohibit that. So do you have a permit for that?
I haven't understood a word you said. Now leave the property.
Bruh.
207, I'll take a second.
We're not going to play around here.
Okay. Sir, what's in the bag?
Leave the property.
Okay, that's not how this works.
Now.
Okay, sir.
Now.
You need to relax.
Now.
What's in the bag?
Leave.
What's in the bag?
Have your chief of police give me a call. You know who I am. Get off the property.
No, I don't know who you are.
Call.
Put the bag down.
I'm the owner. Get off my
207,
property.
209, step it up.
I am the owner.
Put the bag
of
down.
my property.
Sir?
Don't you dare. You will die if you...
Damn.
Stop! Put your hands up! 207, I think he's got a 32. He's showing me a CCW permit. Walk towards me! Walk towards me!
I can't understand you.
Walk towards me!
Look!
Walk towards me!
You're to die. Look! Behind you.
Yep, I see it. So why are you threatening me? Huh?
You were trying to murder me.
I'm not trying to do
Trying to murder
No,
me.
you're reaching into a bag. It looks like a pistol bag.
I am exercising my rights. You are violating my rights. I have constitutional rights that you were intentionally
Okay,
violating.
I don't care about that. Walk towards me. We will figure it out.
My constitutional rights. I cannot hear you. Those people see what you're doing.
Walk towards the sound of my voice.
You. Call anyone who knows me. I'm hard of hearing. You weren't supposed to be on my property. You were told to leave.
Code 4, he's got a bag, looks like a pistol case. He was reaching into it. Now he's standing here with his arms up. I got him at gunpoint.
There's a no trespassing sign. You're trespassing. You're trespassing, and you're deadly threatening me.
Okay.
You have nothing. You have no right to be here.
I do.
That sign means you. You are to leave my property. You are to leave my property now. You are to leave my property now.
No, we're not. We're past that. We're past that.
You are to leave my property now. You are to leave my property now.
Just stay right there then.
I went in my pocket for my ID. If you want identification, get off my property.
That's not how this works.
Oh boy. You're going to be looking for a new job after this. You're going to be looking for a new job after this. You are definitely going to be looking for a new job after this.
Do you understand why I'm here?
My property.
No.
Right now.
Do you understand why I'm here?
Right now. Right now.
My damn, where is y'all coming from?
Yeah, I think we're driving a dumbass.
Boy, damn far as hell from each other, bro.
I have a right to exercise my rights, and you do not have a right to take my rights from me. You've got.
He the only nigga that responded.
Take a step. Take a step to your left.
I can't understand what you're saying. You're putting a laser in my eye.
I don't have a laser on this gun.
None of the commands, but he responds to everything else.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Ask anyone. I'm hard of hearing.
He got his hands
Get away
down.
from me. Get away. You're on my property. You're trespassing. Call the police. This man is trespassing on
The police are already here.
the sign. Call the police. Call 911 and get this man off my property. He's probably not even a real policeman.
I promise you I am.
My property right now. I am the owner. Get off my property. I have no idea anything you've said. I'm hard of hearing.
Okay.
Virtually deaf. Get off my property.
Then walk towards me.
My property.
Walk towards me.
My property. Get off my property now. You're probably overheated from the fire. Step away from the fire. Don't be a moron.
207, just 43. I'm code 4 at the moment. Still holding him at gunpoint. He's refusing to obey orders. Sir,
Nothing like white privilege.
there is no laser. I don't know why you think there's a laser.
Nigga, man, bow, bow, bow.
Against Pleasant Prairie. You're going to be the next one.
The fact that he walking around.
Sir, walk towards me.
After grabbing a bag, it looked like a pistol bag.
Property. Get off my property. Get off my property. Get off
He
my
told him to
property.
stay
Get
right
off
there,
my
man,
property.
turn and
Get
walk
off my
back
property. Get off my
He got
property.
That's not how this works.
Go call my. There's a phone.
It is how it works. You working, you fall.
207, he's saying he's hard of hearing, but he's distanced himself at least 6 feet from the bag.
Man, I'm jealous. They called me home.
I'm coming home.
Damn, they come deep as hell.
Get down on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
He get fired up out here.
Do not move.
I don't know what you're saying.
Obviously, you can hear me. Do not move.
Identification in my pocket.
Man,
About 70 feet west of Lakeshore, south of my squad. 207, I've got him proned out on the ground. 207, I've got him proned out on the ground.
207, I got him prone out on the ground. Look at
Do not move! Do you understand?
Let's
Do
go!
not move!
Nah, for real, he needed him. He's been whooping his ass.
That's it. Pistol bag is just ahead of him to the right. Do not move! Do not move!
What do you mean?
Do not move!
What do you mean? You have no right to be on my property.
Put your hands behind your back.
You have no right to be on my
Put your hands behind your back.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
Bring your other hand back.
You know what they're saying.
Put your other hand behind your back. Here.
I'm loud enough for you.
What? This is ridiculous. What? My wife needs a call. This is her only car. I'm a senior citizen. You people, and I'm the owner of this property. I have rights that you violated. Now you've got.
Do you have a burning permit? Do you have a burn permit?
Absolutely.
What's in there?
In my pocket. Not in there, in my pocket.
Roll to your right side.
I've got another
Bring
weapon.
your knees up to your chest.
I've got a revolver here in my groin.
Okay.
Take that away from me.
Stay
what
right
am
there.
I going to do?
You don't
Spit
tell
lead
me
at
what
you?
the hell to do. Shut up.
This is over real estate. You people,
No, it's over you having a
this is
fire
over
you
real
shouldn't.
estate.
This should have been a simple ticket, and you want to be a fucking asshole.
An owner taking care of his. I have
Where
a
is
holster there.
Where is it?
It's in my groin. I said I have a holster. Oh, get out of my underwear.
Shut your mouth.
Well, don't you?
You're under arrest. You understand that? So shut up.
Look, it's not that hard to take a revolver out of a holster.
Here's some beds, man.
Who has a gun? 38.
You gonna attend?
Do you have any other weapons? Do you have any other weapons?
No.
Sir, do you have any other weapons on you? Knives, anything? Guns?
I've glasses. I've a shoelace. I can hang you with it.
All right, well, that's threats to law enforcement. Sit up.
You're going to
Get up. I'm an old man. I'm 69. How am I supposed to get up without my hands?
We'll help you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, sir. Ready? Oh, there you go.
Can you put my glasses on straight, please?
I can do that for you.
This officer was repeatedly told to leave my property. You're all trespassing and you're conspiring.
When there's a fire, there's a public safety concern.
For who? I'm here. I'm taking care of it.
Your neighbors called this. We didn't just
I don't
randomly show
care.
up.
I
So
don't
we're
care.
going to come and talk to you about it.
There hasn't been any fire come off this lot.
It doesn't matter if there's a
Yes,
fire.
it does. Yes, it does. I don't care. There hasn't been any fire come off this lot.
Do you understand how close you came to almost getting f***ing shot? Do you understand that? The minute you reached into that bag.
Do you understand that I could have killed you before you ever stepped on my lot? I saw you roll by. I saw you. We're done.
Walk.
Wow.
You people think you're tough. You're.
Get alone.
Where's your burn permit? Where's your burn permit? You live in the village of Pleasant Prairie. Where's your burn permit? That's why we're talking to you.
It's all over a fire. You would have gotten a ticket.
Probably not even that, but now you got to run your mouth.
You ever heard of the First Amendment?
Yeah, but you can't threaten people with the First Amendment.
Pardon?
I'll transport them.
I can't do what?
You can't threaten people with the First Amendment. That's the difference.
I didn't threaten
You did.
anyone.
You literally said you'd use your shoelace to hang my officer. That's what happened. Because you decided to act all hot shit. That's what happened.
Yeah, where?
Stop. Don't even turn around like this. Stop.
If you hurt me in the least, you're done. You're off the force.
Step back. Step back.
What? You hurt me in the least. What? You're done. You're off.
9-6, I got a second 32. It's going to be on a Glock 19. Adam.
So which
You can talk to him about that. He's our lieutenant.
Which unthreatened neighbor?
Doesn't matter. Have a seat. You can take the report after. You'll be going to jail for felony threats to law enforcement.
I've got keys in an unlocked car.
We'll lock it up for you.
Yeah.
Don't lock my
Have a
keys
seat.
in it.
We'll take the keys. We kind of need those to lock the car, right?
Slow night.
Not at all.
Who's tending the fire?
The fire department's going to put it out and probably charge you for it.
He immediately started John. Leave my property, go away, you can't be here. He picked up the shovel and another garden tool, so they're walking back towards his car.
Okay.
Tell him to come back.
DC. Is he intoxicated?
No. Felony threats, so we have enough. He just needs to go to the jail and get out of my car.
209 PW 95 with 18372 down to the jail.
You people are the problem in this country.
I'm sorry you feel that way, sir.
The suspect, Carlos, was charged with resisting obstructing, felony battery, or thrust to law enforcement, and disorderly conduct. He later took a plea deal, pleading no contest to resisting obstructing and disorderly conduct, while the battery or thrust to law enforcement charge was dismissed. And yes, officers can lawfully be on private property when they have reasonable suspicion that a crime is in progress. In this case, it was a fire inside city limits. He was ordered to pay $504.50, then released right back into the public, where he still retained access to his firearms and may or may not continue terrorizing his neighbors. Despite the suspect's promises, all involved officers still have their jobs. And yeah, he also seemed exactly like the kind of guy who would threaten to sue our YouTube channel.
Channel good. Alright, y'all. That was Round 3 reactions for tonight. We about to get up off of here, but we'll be back tomorrow, mañana. So yeah, we probably play some video games or something. We got Forza, the new Forza shit. You might play there or something. Shit, I don't know. We'll be on here though.
Just beat it.
Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it.
Shout out Michael Jackson, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Mike Jack, man. But yeah, y'all, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be on here. Join the Discord, all that fly shit. Follow us on Instagram, The Real Honesty Podcast.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya. Peace out, niggas. Don't end up on Midwest Safety or Red Tree Crime. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great fucking night.
Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Everybody got something to say in the background. Niggas throw rocks and hide their hands, they ain't tough now. Kobe in the clutch, every time they wanna act foul. Exotic weeds, out of packs, only smoking on loud. Go to Vegas, catch a flight, nigga, I put my feet up. Sliding down the strip, nigga, throwing threes and peas up. Out with my bitch and she swear I'm doing 3 months. You gotta be this way when you tryna run some ends up. Driving like a storm, had the Charlie burnt her whole clutch. Yellow coupe in the sun, nigga, I'm tryna turn up. Hit her engine growling every corner when I pull up. Slapping Mag drain the whip, tryna go down. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud.
You a hating ass nigga, why you mad at the bitch? Go outside about the bitch, cause she choosing the shit. Ay,
what that mean, nigga?
Watch how you choosing the bitch, end up losing the bitch. Now you boo-hooing shit. Ay,
what that mean, nigga?
Green ass, trick off, crying ass. Where you going off, stalking ass nigga with your talking ass? I'm a walking ass, standing on 10 ass nigga. L's gon' come, count the wins, little nigga. Ay, yup, point is, running to the ceiling. Hit the hoe, split the hoe, stay up at your feelings. If you get it, you get it. Dream chasing, I don't want no dealings.
Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud. Get the money, make it flip, yes, I got a stack now. You know I had to call a play, score a winning touchdown. Can't hear no hating ass nigga in the background. Every time a nigga start hating, wanna act loud.